Good morning, ladies and fuck that. Hey everyone, and welcome to the new episode of GROOF. We again are here, and we have some music to react to. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's jump straight to the topic of our today's video, which is a track by it's Yussef Dayes, a cool drummer that we have already reacted to.
I remember.
Yeah, it was cool, right? It was this track Lift Off with Tom Misch and Rocco Palladino. By the way, Rocco Palladino is in this video as well.
You should check that out. It's I think the fourth video we uploaded. Featuring Tom Misch. Yes,
please check it out if you're interested. It's pretty cool. If you don't like the reaction, just listen to the track. And then there's also Alfa Mist and Mansur Brown. Alfa Mist on the keys and Mansur Brown on the guitar. I think that's a glorious track. It's very interesting, slightly complicated at times, and maybe needs some time to digest. But I suggest that we just jump straight into it, Alan.
Can you quickly repeat who is on the keys? Mansur Brown?
Mansur Brown is on the guitar.
Oh, on the guitar, okay.
And Alfa Mist is on the keys.
Okay.
I don't know much about
that his name, Alfa Mist?
I guess it's a stage name. I don't think it's a real name.
Yeah,
but you strange. Know, it's a weird age we're living in, so...
Who knows?
Who knows?
I'm ready. Yeah, sure. 3, let's get started.
2, 1. Wow, that was anticlimactic. That's what happens when you don't have your window in focus. Anyways. Oh yeah, by the way, the track is called Love is the Message. You guys got that already.
Probably everybody got that.
I think it's gonna be in the title of the video, so...
Feel like in space somewhere.
Yeah, again, very psychedelic sounds.
Yeah.
Such a crisp drumming skills.
That's Yussef, right?
That's Yussef.
Yeah, because he looks totally different than in the other video.
I like how Alfa Mist is just surrounded by keyboards. This is beautiful.
He plays the other keyboards too? In this video?
I don't remember.
Okay.
We'll see.
Something already, like sound quality is amazing, the mixing is phenomenal, and the touch, Yussef's touch on the drums, man, it's just so good.
Yeah, very, very good. And I would also add from my side that I'm absolutely in love with the eerie tone of Mansur's guitar. It doesn't sound like a guitar in normal tracks. I don't know what's the definition of a normal track now. But still, I guess you know what I mean. It's just very, very space-ish again, I would say.
I will have to listen some more.
Yeah, you will hear it very soon. It's super cool. Man, did you just hear that bass line in the last couple of seconds?
Can
This
you
is
can you go back? I
yeah,
listened too much to the guitar, I think.
yeah, it's hard to focus on everything. This is so. And Mansur's playing seems so effortless, to be honest. It's like he's slightly touching the neck. It's so beautiful.
What? Holy
Ah.
shit.
Jesus. That every time I see that, I just.
What just happened?
Yeah, and I love how you can. It's not just a mess there. You can clearly see every movement of every finger. It's so precise. It's so correct, and it's so effortless. He's just like slightly touching it, and he's just shredding the hell out of it.
That's insane, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't listened to much of Mansur Brown apart from this track, but I just saw him here for the first time.
And the
Yeah,
tone of
this-
his guitar is so special. Like, never
Exactly.
heard anything that similar. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. Paw. You like when I say paw.
Yeah, man, that's exactly how I feel right now. It's a pure paw. This is.
This is
Yeah.
so good. Let's continue.
And
Yeah.
one thing that I wanted to mention, is that, like, if you compare this to the lift off, right, the one that we reacted to, it's like Yussef is being Yussef. He does his very crisp, very fast drum rolls, like in every beat, and then Rocco is using octaver on his bass. They're just being themselves, and I love that. I love that they have their own signature sort of sounds, and you just hear those guys, and you're like, it's them.
Yeah.
Despite they're super young, they have found their own voice. It's super cool. It's amazing. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Let's continue. Yeah, it's a bit of calm moments. You know what I find interesting? Like, there is not a lot of chord progression in this main part of the song. They're just floating around the same key all the time. It's very interesting. It doesn't try to resolve anywhere, but it still makes a lot of sense, and it's...
Actually, it's interesting that you say that, because many people think that if you are in one key, that it kind of narrows you down to play, you know, that you wouldn't have that many options to play different things. But actually, it gives you a lot more freedom. And for example, I don't know if you compare it to Snarky Puppy's Lingus solo, like, I don't know, Corey Henry solo. That was, most of it was in one key. And
True.
that gave him the freedom to just, do whatever he wants. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, it actually, there's a very interesting video from a bass player called Nathan East, where he jams with, I don't know, another guitar player, and they basically do 20 minutes in the key of C or key of A, I don't remember, in the same key, and they're just adding fills. And like every next time they have to be kind of more inventive than the previous time, because you can't just keep on doing the same stuff, and it gets quite interesting. It's actually quite cool. We'll give the link to that video below, so check that out if you're interested. Alright, let's continue. That's an interesting groove.
Yeah, I just really love his drumming.
Yeah. When he adds the triplets, it's super cool.
What was that? How did that happen?
Basically, if you put your palm over the strings and you don't press it, you just mute it, then while you like sort of strum it with the pick, you create this percussive sound. And if you go down, then you actually have sort of like a tone going down, but there is no frequency per se, so it's very subtle. So you just do this, and he has a heavy delay and a lot of effects there.
Interesting.
So just like and going down.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I actually don't know what to say.
Yeah, I feel similar. I guess there will be a cut here.
Cut.
Cut.
Kato.
Kato!
Cha!
But like, let's really talk about it. What's the thing you liked most about this track? I guess you liked something, right?
Yeah, so
Let's keep it as casual as possible.
What I liked most was obviously that guitar solo.
That's insane,
in the middle. And he does it so casual, as if it was nothing. Yeah.
It is though. I mean, he used some sort of aid. I mean, I don't like how to say. I don't consider it a bad thing or cheating or something. But if you saw, he had like a piece of tissue around his neck. Yeah. So if you go back to any picture of Mansur, you see there's a tissue that is tied around the neck, the black thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what it is that it allows you to not be so focused on muting the strings, right? Because sometimes when you hit the strings, you want some of them to sound, some of them not to sound. And when you switch from one string to another, you have to mute the previous string so that there's a space for the next string to sound. That thing is going to dampen your strings automatically as soon as you release the strings with your left hand, right?
Oh, interesting. So
that is sort of an aid that can help you to reduce the noise.
He's a cheater!
That's it!
No, we're joking.
Yeah, but like everyone does that. Like, I don't know, the bass legends do that. Like Victor Wooten does that. He was like, yeah, I'm using like, this thing that helps you to hold your like hair. Just put that on the guitar
trick.
neck. Yeah, and that certainly makes it slightly easier. But still, like the grace with how he moves his fingers, it's so easy, uncomplicated, and it's just so fluent that I don't know, man.
The whole track actually reminded me a lot of Lift Off. It's also it's kind of experimental, jazzy sound. I think they're like playing with, you have the keys which are heavily, how do you call the word, modulated?
Were they modulated?
I mean, they were modulated a bit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And then you have the guitar anyway, and then you have the crispy drums.
Yeah.
That's kind of this interesting combination.
Yeah, exactly. I agree that it's sort of experimental. It doesn't follow any typical like 2-5-1s or like classical chord progressions, or I don't know the rhythm and the time signature.
Obviously, sure.
Just has no standards there, but still though, right? It's a I guess it's a UK thing in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, you think so? UK thing?
I mean, like that's the. There are some bands though, like I don't know, Ghost Note. Have you heard of Ghost Note?
No.
They do some quite experimental stuff. I would say it's very interesting. Some of the harmony is super weird.
You see, I gotta say about that, it's super interesting. It's very impressive. I loved the guitar solo. Would I listen to it? Maybe again? Yeah, I would listen to it a few times more. But then, it's not a music that I could listen to very often.
Oh, I completely agree with you, actually.
Because it's also very mentally, how do you say, not exhausting, but it takes a lot out of you. Like you have to concentrate, and it's not easily digestible.
Exactly. It's like, I guess you could, at some point, say you could have it as a chill track on the background if there would be no insane guitar solo that's just like...
Right, it would be... a bit like lounge music, especially in the end. It reminded me a lot of some lounge music.
It's funny
but
how
high class lounge music,
complicated harmony, jazz, and blah blah blah. That could be a lounge music. But I see the point, though.
I'm just talking about the end, but yeah.
Yeah. What I do like, again, something that we mentioned during the video, like the least amount of harmony. Right, a least amount of chord progressions. Just float around what you have, and there is a tons of complexity to explore there. You don't need to even like add some complicated harmony chord progressions, whatever the hell you want.
Right.
Yeah, and that is.
I mean, I say Yussef would be the example about that. Like, he doesn't have any harmony, but still manages to express himself with different rhythms and changes and all that. So
Exactly. And I would say, in my understanding, harmony is one of the things that contributes the most to the emotion that you're feeling while you're listening to the music. And I think those guys managed to do that with the minimum amount of harmony, which deserves like a lot of credit. That is cool.
Well said. I think that's
Well,
a good closing note, Tim.
Yes, I think so too.
By the way, if you guys like this as much as we did, then please give us a like, subscribe, leave a comment, give us some other suggestions, maybe some other music you'd like us to react to, and we'll definitely check it out.
Absolutely. And with that being said, stay safe and see you in the next video.
See you in a week. Bye-bye.
Bye.